Welcome to Stoic Soul Legacy. If you're ready to upgrade your mindset and unlock your best version, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this channel with someone who needs a little push today. Let's grow, let's rise, and let's stay motivated. Together.
Why is it that most of the problems in your life don't come from the world, but from the way your mind reacts to it? We wake up overwhelmed. We overthink small situations until they become storms. We take things personally, assume the worst, expect too much, and let emotions drag us like puppets on a string. And somewhere deep inside, you know this truth. If your mind was calm, disciplined, and steady, 92% of your problems would disappear. Not because life magically gets easier, but because you stop making it harder. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Meaning, change your mind and you change your entire experience of life. Today, we're diving into 10 Stoic lessons that can fix 92% of your problems. Lessons that will reshape how you think, how you react, and how you carry yourself in a chaotic world. Take a breath. Settle in. Your mind is about to get stronger. 1. Control what you can. Release what you can't. Most of the pain you carry is not caused by life itself, but by your attempt to control things that were never yours to command. You try to control what people think, how they behave, how they respond, how fast life should move, and how perfectly situations should unfold. And every time reality refuses to cooperate with your expectations, you suffer. The Stoics called this the first and greatest division of life: what belongs to you and what does not. Epictetus wrote, "Some things are up to us, and some are not." This wasn't meant to sound profound, it was meant to set you free. Because the moment you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, your mind begins to breathe again. You can control your thoughts, your actions, your discipline, your effort, and your standards. That is your realm, your inner territory. But you cannot control the behavior of others, outcomes, timing, or the chaos of the world. And the more you cling to things outside your control, the more powerless you feel. Most suffering comes from reversing this order. People obsess over outcomes but ignore effort. They chase approval but neglect character. They try to control others yet cannot control their own impatience, impulses, or reactions. Here is the Stoic shift. When something frustrates you, pause and ask one question. Is this within my control? If the answer is yes, act with clarity and strength. If the answer is no, release it without guilt, without resistance, and without replaying it in your mind. Letting go is not surrender. It is choosing your battles wisely. It is withdrawing energy from what drains you and investing it into what builds you. It is refusing to fight wars that cannot be won. Master this distinction, and the world may stay chaotic, but your mind will not. 2. Your emotions are your responsibility. Most people believe emotions happen to them, as if anger, fear, or insecurity are intruders that break into the mind without permission. But the truth is far less comfortable. Emotions don't appear out of nowhere. They are created by the meaning you attach to events. And once you understand that, you realize something powerful. Your emotions are not accidents. They are your responsibility. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. He wasn't telling you to suppress emotions. He was teaching you to stop being controlled by them. Someone insults you, someone ignores you, someone disappoints you. The emotion is not in the event. It's in your interpretation of it. That's why two people can face the same situation and feel completely different things. One panics, one stays calm. The difference isn't luck, it's training. Modern life conditions you to react instantly, loudly, impulsively. But Stoicism trains you to insert a sacred pause between what happens and what you feel. That small pause is where your freedom lives. Before you react, do this. Pause. Breathe. Label the emotion. I am angry. I am anxious. I am hurt. By naming it, you separate yourself from it. What you can observe, you can control. Then ask, what story am I telling myself right now? Because emotions often come from stories, assumptions, interpretations, imagined threats, and memories you haven't healed. Taking responsibility for your emotions doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It means refusing to let your inner state be hijacked by every careless comment or unpredictable situation around you. When you take ownership of your emotions, people lose their ability to manipulate you. The world loses its power to throw you off balance. You stop being a prisoner of impulses and become the conductor of your own mind. This is how you build emotional strength, not by avoiding feelings, but by mastering the meaning behind them. 3. Expectations are the root of suffering. If you trace most of your disappointments back to their source, you will find one thing sitting at the center. Expectations, not reality, not the situation, not the person, but the story you told yourself about how things should be. You expect people to treat you the way you treat them. You expect loyalty from those who haven't even mastered honesty. You expect effort from people who are committed to convenience. You expect life to reward your kindness, your patience, your hard work immediately and fairly. And when it doesn't, you feel betrayed. Not because reality failed you, but because expectation blinded you. The Stoics warned about this long before modern psychology confirmed it. Seneca wrote, "Expectations are the greatest source of misery." He didn't mean you should stop caring. He meant you should stop assuming the world will bend to your emotional scripts. People will disappoint you, life will surprise you, plans will break, timing will shift. You can resist this truth and suffer, or you can accept it and become unshakable. Expectation says, they should behave like this. Reality says, people behave according to their nature, not your hopes. Expectation says, my life should be further along. Reality says, you're exactly where your choices, habits, and discipline have placed you. Expectation ties your peace to external conditions. Acceptance brings your peace back home, to yourself. Here is the Stoic shift. Replace expectation with observation. Instead of I expect, say, I'll see. Instead of they should, say, let me watch who they really are. Instead of life owes me, say, I owe myself effort and clarity. When you release expectations, you unlock freedom. You stop being devastated by what people fail to do and start seeing clearly who they are. You stop fighting reality and start working with it. Most suffering fades the moment you stop demanding the world act according to your script and start meeting it as it is. 4. Discomfort is your training ground. Modern life teaches you to chase comfort as if comfort is the reward for existing. Soft beds, easy routines, instant gratification, quick answers, low effort, everything designed to protect you from even the slightest inconvenience. But here's the truth the Stoics understood. Comfort doesn't make you stronger. Discomfort does. Seneca practiced voluntary hardship, sleeping on hard surfaces, fasting, walking in the cold. Not because he enjoyed suffering, but because he understood a powerful principle. If you avoid discomfort in small things, you will collapse in big things. Think back to every major breakthrough in your life. Was it born from comfort, or from a moment that pushed you, stretched you, and forced you to become more than you were? Comfort preserves who you are. Discomfort shapes who you're becoming. When you choose to face discomfort, you're not just building willpower, you're rewiring how your mind responds to stress. You're teaching yourself that difficulty is not danger, pressure is not punishment, and effort is not the enemy. Cold showers, difficult conversations, showing up when you're tired, finishing tasks when motivation is gone, saying no when your people-pleasing urges scream yes. Each small act of discomfort becomes a rep, a mental push-up that hardens your resilience. And something interesting happens when you live this way. Life stops intimidating you. Challenges stop overwhelming you. You stop hesitating, stalling, and negotiating with yourself. Here is the Stoic shift. When something feels uncomfortable, don't run. Lean in. Ask yourself, what is this moment training me for? Every discomfort becomes preparation. Every difficulty becomes a drill. Every inconvenience becomes a sharpening stone. Most people wait for confidence before taking action. Stoics take action to build confidence. Your greatest strength will come from the moments that once scared you, because discomfort isn't punishment. It's practice. 5. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. If you look closely at what drains your peace, you'll notice something shocking. Most of it never actually happened. Your mind creates disasters that reality never confirmed. You replay conversations that never took place. You imagine judgments people never made. You fear outcomes that never arrive. And the life you live inside your head becomes far more painful than the life you live outside it. Seneca captured this perfectly. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Your mind is a storyteller, and when left unchecked, it becomes a cruel one. It exaggerates, catastrophizes, invents threats, and paints the future in darker colors than it deserves. A small problem becomes a crisis. A simple delay becomes rejection. A neutral text becomes an insult. A quiet moment becomes a sign that something is wrong. The mind doesn't need evidence. It just needs fear. Overthinking is not wisdom. It is the misuse of imagination. It drains your energy, steals your clarity, and blinds you to what's actually happening in front of you. Here's the Stoic perspective. When your mind runs wild, it's not the world hurting you. It's your interpretation. You're fighting ghosts, not events. You're preparing for disasters that may never exist. That's why Stoics practice a simple but transformative skill. Separate facts from stories. Fact, they haven't replied. Story, they're ignoring me. Fact, something changed. Story, it's my fault. Fact, I don't know yet. Story, the worst is definitely coming. When you strip away the story, the problem becomes smaller and solvable. Here's the shift. The next time your mind spirals, stop and ask, what are the facts and what is my imagination adding on top? Then breathe. Then return to what you can control. When you stop letting your imagination torment you, life becomes lighter, clearer, more manageable. Most of your pain dissolves the moment you quit living inside hypothetical disasters and start living inside the present moment, the only place where peace actually exists. 6. Silence is a form of power. In a world addicted to noise, reactions, and constant emotional display, silence has become one of the rarest and most misunderstood forms of strength. People think silence means weakness, indifference, or lack of confidence. But the Stoics knew the truth. Silence is discipline. Silence is clarity. Silence is control. When someone disrespects you, they expect you to explode. When someone provokes you, they expect you to react. When someone gossips about you, they expect you to defend yourself loudly. But when you respond with composed silence, something unexpected happens. The power shifts. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence." Why? Because silence forces the other person to face themselves. It exposes their insecurity, their behavior, their intentions. Your silence becomes a mirror they can't escape. Noise is emotional spending. Silence is emotional saving. Most people speak to fill discomfort. Stoics stay silent to understand it. Silence buys you time to see the truth beneath the surface. Your own emotions, their motives, the situation's reality, and the best course of action. Silence also protects your dignity. Arguments fueled by ego rarely lead anywhere. Emotional reactions often reveal more than you want to expose. But silence? It keeps your boundaries firm without wasting energy. Here's the shift. Not every comment deserves a reaction. Not every insult deserves a defense. Not every situation deserves your emotional investment. When someone tries to pull you into chaos, respond with a calm look, a steady breath, a pause long enough for clarity to return. Silence doesn't mean doing nothing. It means choosing not to act from impulse. It means letting the moment settle before you decide. It means refusing to let someone else's behavior dictate your inner state. The world becomes easier when you stop feeding every fire with your energy. Let silence be your shield, your filter, and your strategy. Because when you master silence, you stop playing emotional chess. You start directing the entire game. 7. Don't take anything personally. One of the fastest ways to destroy your peace is to assume everything is about you. Every tone, every delay, every expression, every shift in someone's behavior. But here's the reality. The Stoics understood deeply. People act from their own wounds, fears, insecurities, beliefs, and upbringing. Not from your worth. What someone says about you reveals more about their inner world than yours. What someone does to you reflects their emotional maturity, not your value. What someone withholds from you speaks to their capacity, not your deserving. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, when you wake up, expect to meet ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, jealous people. Not as a warning to fear them, but as a reminder not to take their behavior personally. Their actions are about them, not you. People snap because they're stressed, not because you're wrong. People distance themselves because they're confused, not because you're unworthy. People criticize because they're insecure, not because you're inadequate. People withdraw love because they don't know how to give it, not because you don't deserve it. When you take things personally, you hand over your emotional stability to the moods, opinions, and randomness of others. You let every inconsistency become self-judgment. You let every shift become a personal attack. Here is the Stoic shift. The next time someone's behavior stings, pause and say, "This is about them, not me." Then look at the behavior objectively, without attaching it to your identity. Ask, what might they be struggling with? What story am I adding that isn't proven? Is this an interpretation or a fact? Detachment isn't coldness. It's emotional maturity. It's understanding that your value is not up for negotiation every time someone has a bad day. It's choosing clarity over self-blame. When you stop taking things personally, you regain power. You stop absorbing other people's storms. You stop shrinking for those who cannot see your worth. You stop letting fragile minds dictate your inner world. Your peace returns the moment you stop confusing someone's behavior with your value. 8. The obstacle becomes the way. Most people see obstacles as interruptions, something that ruins the plan, slows the journey, or blocks the path forward. But the Stoics saw obstacles differently. To them, an obstacle wasn't a dead end. It was the path itself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the thing you're trying to avoid is the very thing designed to strengthen you. You want confidence? Life sends you situations that force you to speak up. You want patience? Life gives you delays and waiting rooms. You want emotional strength. Life places people in your path who test your boundaries. You want discipline? Life hands you days where motivation disappears. Every struggle you face is a training session tailored for your growth. Consider how muscles grow, not by comfort, but by resistance. The weight that feels heavy today becomes manageable tomorrow because you pushed against it. The same is true with your mind, your character, and your spirit. When something goes wrong, most people say, "Why is this happening to me?" Stoics say, "What is this moment trying to teach me?" Or, "How can this make me stronger?" This shift changes everything. Obstacles stop feeling like punishments and start feeling like invitations. Invitations to elevate, adapt, and rise. A rejection pushes you toward a better alignment. A failure redirects you to a smarter approach. A setback exposes weaknesses you need to strengthen. A closed door saves you from a path that wasn't meant for you. When you resist obstacles, you suffer. When you work with them, you grow. Here's the practice. Every time something blocks your way, pause and ask, if this is the way, what is my next step? Not in theory, in action. Take the smallest possible step forward, even if it's uncomfortable, imperfect, or slow. That single step turns resistance into momentum. Life isn't trying to stop you. Life is shaping you. The obstacle is not the enemy. The obstacle is the lesson, and the lesson is the way forward. 9. Live with the awareness of death, memento mori. People waste years as if they have centuries left. They postpone goals, ignore passions, stay in draining relationships, tolerate disrespect, and delay their own growth, all because they believe there will always be more time. But the Stoics taught the opposite. Remembering that you will die is what teaches you how to live. Memento mori. Remember you must die wasn't meant to scare you. It was meant to wake you up. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning that death is not a distant event. It walks beside us daily. This wasn't morbid, it was liberating. When you truly understand that your time is finite, priorities shift instantly. You stop arguing over meaningless things. You stop apologizing for being yourself. You stop saying, "someday." You stop trying to please everyone. You stop living on autopilot, and you start focusing on what actually matters. Your growth, your peace, your purpose, your relationships, your integrity. Awareness of death brings urgency. Not panic, but clarity. It strips away illusions, excuses, and unnecessary fears. Suddenly, the opinions you fear don't matter. The risks you avoid seem smaller. The dreams you delayed feel urgent. The love you held back becomes something you want to share. Here's the Stoic practice. Ask yourself each morning, if today was my last day, what would I regret not doing? Then take one small action toward that thing. Today, not tomorrow. And ask yourself each night, did I live in a way that honors the limited time I have? If the answer is no, adjust. If the answer is yes, sleep with peace. Death doesn't take life from you. It gives life value. When you live with the awareness of death, you stop drifting and start living deliberately. You stop wasting time, energy, and emotion on people and situations unworthy of your one short life. Remembering death is not about fearing the end. It's about finally beginning to live fully, honestly, and fearlessly. 10. Character over approval. Most people spend their lives chasing acceptance, shaping themselves to fit expectations, softening their edges to avoid judgment, and trading authenticity for validation. But the Stoics warned about this. The moment you depend on approval, you lose control of your life. Your value becomes negotiable, your identity becomes fragile, your peace becomes vulnerable to every opinion around you. Character is different. Character is the part of you that doesn't shift with external noise. Character is integrity, discipline, honesty, self-respect, and alignment between what you say and what you do. Character is who you are when no one is watching, and who you remain even if no one approves. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." He didn't say, if it makes people like you. He said, live by inner standards, not external applause. Approval is temporary and unpredictable. One day they praise you, the next they criticize you. One moment they cheer, the next they disappear. And if your identity is tied to that instability, you will never know peace. Character, on the other hand, is something no one can take from you. When you choose character over approval, you stop explaining yourself to be understood. You stop bending your boundaries to be accepted. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop letting moods, gossip, and opinions dictate how you feel. Here is the Stoic shift. Live in a way that you respect. Make decisions based on principles, not popularity. Do what is right, not what is easy. Say what is true, not what is convenient. Ask yourself daily, if no one knew about this decision, would I still make it? If the answer is yes, your integrity is intact. Approval feels good for a moment. Character feels right forever. Approval feeds the ego. Character strengthens the soul. Approval is fragile. Character is unbreakable. The world doesn't need a version of you shaped by fear. It needs the version shaped by values. When you stop chasing approval and start choosing character, you reclaim your freedom and finally become the kind of person you're proud to live with. When you step back and look at these 10 lessons together, a pattern becomes clear. Your life doesn't transform when the world changes. It transforms when you change. When your mind stops reacting, stops expecting, stops fearing, stops rushing, stops overthinking, stops seeking approval. 92% of your problems dissolve on their own. Not because life becomes easier, but because you finally stop creating extra suffering on top of what life already brings. That is the heart of Stoicism, the quiet, steady mastery of your inner world. Think about what you've just learned. You become stronger the moment you release what you can't control. You become calmer the moment you take responsibility for your emotions. You become freer the moment you stop expecting the world to follow your script. You become braver when you embrace discomfort instead of running from it. You become lighter when you stop fighting imaginary battles in your mind. You become wiser when silence replaces emotional reactions. You become unshakable when you no longer take things personally. You become unstoppable when obstacles become your fuel instead of your excuse. You become intentional when you live with the awareness that time is limited. And you become whole, truly whole, when character matters more to you than approval. If you practiced just one of these lessons, your life would begin to shift. If you practiced 3, the shift would be obvious. But if you practiced all 10, your entire identity would evolve. You would move through life with clarity, steadiness, and emotional strength. The kind of strength that others feel the moment you enter a room. So here's your challenge. Choose one lesson from this video and apply it today. Not tomorrow. Not when life slows down. Today. Before the mind finds an excuse to delay your growth. And before you go, let me ask you this. Which lesson hit you the hardest? Comment it below so others can learn from your insight too. If this video served you, share it with someone who needs these truths. And make sure to subscribe. We're building a community of people who want strength, clarity, discipline, and peace in a chaotic world. Until next time, remember this. Master your mind, and the rest of your life will follow.